Imagine you wake up in the morning, roll out of bed, and just keep rolling. Not because your room is messy, but because gravity has simply switched off. Yep, 1 minute you're a normal human. The next you're bouncing off the ceiling like a balloon somebody let go of. So what if gravity only worked for half of every single day? Okay, first let's define the rules. We'll say gravity flips on and off like a light switch. 12 hours with normal gravity. 12 hours with none at all. Everything else, the air, the earth, the sun, still exists. It's just that gravity stops pulling us down during its off shift. That means every single day would basically be split into the stuck-down shift and the floating shift. And life, it would get weird. The moment gravity turns off, the first thing you'd notice is not floating cars or people, but your stomach. All the air around you would stop being pulled to the ground too. The atmosphere itself would drift outward into space. Luckily, it doesn't vanish instantly, but you feel wind howling as air tried to spread out in all directions. Breathing would suddenly get tricky. Now, picture breakfast. You pour cereal, but the flakes don't fall into the bowl. They just hang in the air like confetti. The milk? A weird floating blob. And you're slowly drifting toward the ceiling, unless you strapped yourself down overnight. Forget coffee mugs. You need sippy cups with airtight lids just to survive. Transportation? Total chaos. Airplanes wouldn't work, because without gravity, the air that gives wings lift would be thinning fast. Cars would lose traction the instant gravity turns off. They'd just float up, spinning like clumsy bumper cars in zero-G. Cities would need massive nets, rails, or magnetized floors just to keep people and vehicles from drifting away. Airplanes wouldn't work, because without gravity, the air that gives wings lift would be thinning fast. And sports? Basketball becomes a nightmare. You shoot the ball once, and it never comes back down. Every game ends after a single throw. Soccer? The first kick send the ball into orbit. Honestly, zero-G tag would be the new Olympics. But the real danger comes on the gravity back on shift. Everything that's been floating, cars, rocks, pets, your neighbor's lawn chair, comes slamming back to ground at the same time. Imagine millions of random objects raining down everywhere, every 12 hours. If you thought cleaning your room was bad before, now it's a survival skill. Everything that's been floating, cars, rocks, pets, your neighbor's lawn chair, comes slamming back to the ground at the same time. Imagine millions of random objects raining down everywhere, every 12 hours. The scariest part? The oceans. When gravity turns off, the water doesn't politely stay in place. It spreads outward, rising into massive floating blobs, drifting into sky like upside-down lakes. Half the planet's surface would dry out, exposing ocean floors. And when gravity switches back on, all of that water comes crashing down in mega tsunamis. Every single day. Coastal cities wouldn't stand a chance. And here's the kicker. The moon. With gravity gone half the time, Earth wouldn't keep hold of the moon for long. Our tidal buddy would drift away into space, taking our tides and a big chunk of Earth's stability with it. Goodbye, romantic moonlight. Hello, planet, wobbling like a broken top. So, could life exist in a world where gravity only works half the day? Probably not. Our atmosphere would leak away. Oceans would yo-yo into space. And anything left alive would get smashed every 12 hours by falling debris. Humanity's best shot would be to live underground, sealed inside bunkers with artificial gravity and air recycling. Above ground would just be chaos. Basically, if gravity ever decided to take lunch breaks, Earth wouldn't stay Earth for very long. So what do you think? Would you try to live in a half-gravity world, or just call it quits and move to Mars? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed floating through this wild thought experiment, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss another What If adventure.